I'm CartoonNerd12
And I'm CartoonNerd12.
and this is the collab review for the Season 7 finale, Shadow Play. This is a very enticing episode, even though it was kind of choppy at times, but let's discuss the high points first. Namely, the appearance of the Starswell and the other pillars of Equestria.
Especially since it was, there was this whole build-up of them showing up, apparently, like the comics with Legends of Magic and the legends in the episodes that they pointed out for the main six.
I'm really glad we got to hear Brockhoff and Somnambula's voice for the first time.
Honestly, Somnambula's voice was really kind of a shocker for me. I never expected her to sound like that.
So true to her country of origin, close to Egyptian.
Well, I was thinking, like, ever since I read the comic, I thought her voice would sound like a little more pinky.
Yeah, me too, but on a lower pitch. I didn't expect for it to sound so Egyptian and so sophisticated. Now I could definitely
well, I certainly never expected Flash Magnus's hair to be red, apparently.
And so hot when you saw it under the helmet. Stars, there were theories that William Shatner was going to voice Starswell. I thought so too, until he voiced Grand Pair in The Perfect Pair.
Who was Starswell's voice actor?
I think someone named, I forgot his name, but I don't think he's a very well-known actor. Well, points to Bill Newton for Pony of Shadows. I mean, he did great work with Brightmac and then Pharynx. And,
Wait! He was... I didn't know that!
He's all three and he did a really good job. Kudos! And I did, the story was, the moral of the story is very good. I mean, it taught the pillars to not be so prideful and to jump to conclusion.
To accept their friends more better.
Yeah, but especially since Starswell did not know the magic of friendship, as Celestia pointed out, Magical Mystery Cure. This is,
yeah, I mean, he was all just duty to the cause, really.
That's how I depict him in the Starlight's account in What Lies Within. But given this episode, I think I'm gonna flesh out a bit more about why Starswell is this way and how I'm gonna add the Pony of Shadows. Trust me, that'll be very important for future fanfiction.
Yeah, that was weird how, especially the way he was interacting with Starlight in general. I mean, it really did seem a lot like your fanfiction for a second there. That was so eerie.
Starswell underestimating
oh,
Starlight?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that for the first time.
So, let's see, let's go to the part where they find his book. That's when it gets them to it's Ponyhenge, right? Pwnhenge. And that they realize that the other pillars left their stuff behind, and so they have to go get them. That was really cool. I really love that. And it was just further proof to me that the main six have to be descendants. Then maybe they're not direct descendants, but at least they're somewhat descended from them.
In terms of personality, yes.
Absolutely. Like Mage Metal, for example, with Fluttershy's eyes. I mean, come on! That is like... That's practically saying they're related. And I absolutely must thank Foxhelm for pointing this out about Brockhoof when you did that collab review on Campfire Tales, how he was a lot like Big Mac, and it just occurred to me, wait a minute. Heck yeah, you know what? It's possible that he is related to Applejack. Maybe through the pair side.
One must wonder. And when Twilight was so obsessed about freeing Starswell and the other pillars, I was like, no, Twilight, you're you're going to free the Pony of Shadows too.
I know, I was like that too. I was like, no, Starlight's on the right track here. You're just gonna... this never works out. You can't just bring people back from limbo assuming that you're not going to bring back the evil force with it.
Thanks to the now not canon comic arc, comic DuckTales Darkwing arc, where Morgana tells Darkwing that if he chooses to free her from limbo, then Negativ's gonna come along with her.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, I remember that.
Thanks to that, I knew what to expect. I feel as though the Pony of Shadows is kind of underdeveloped.
Absolutely. I mean, technically, was he even the full Pony of Shadows, or did he just need somebody's body to come alive?
Shadow needed a body.
So he might actually be a separate villain, but since now they put him away in limbo again. But does that mean he'll come back?
But it could very well be he.
But yeah, that just, that really did disappoint me, how there was sorry guys, but the redeeming is getting to be old hat now that there's so many characters that have been redeemed. I'm not saying redeeming's not bad. That's a great part of the show, but I have a feeling that it's a little too much redeeming. That's kind of offsetting the balance a little. And I just really want another big bad villain like Tyrek again. Or Chrysalis.
What about Flim Flam and Gladbane?
Well, those guys are neutral. As in, they're not completely bad, but they're not exactly good either. They're just in that gray area. Like Iron Will was in that last in that Zeppelin episode.
I always wondered what could be so bad about the Pony of Shadows. What damage he could do.
Yeah, and they made a point of it, but they never exactly showed what he could do, and that was disappointing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our biggest complaint, is the Pony of Shadows not having a bigger role in this, just like the Storm King in the movie.
Yeah, and the beginning was kind of choppy. Where was the exposition? What were the events that happened before the throne room?
Maybe that's something they're gonna explore later in the episode. That's something that'll be to be determined.
I feel as if the fans will have to do their homework on the comics again, because there was a part in Mage Metalbook's Legends, a magic comic, that has Sunburst reading the book and then saying, I have to get back and show this to Princess Twilight.
Well, did they ever make a separate comic of the pillars getting together?
Well, that's coming up October 25th, and I think it's about that siren fight with the pillars. By the way, shocker there, the sirens appeared, and that's how they...
Yeah, I was like, when I first saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, the sirens, they're here! And although, now that kind of bugs me a little, because Stars World did send them away, but the fact that they never mentioned the other pillars doing the same thing, that seems a little bad that he got all the credit there.
I think the Siren comic was more of a legend, and this finale was more canon.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Well, now wait a minute. That would mean the Siren's origin comic was false! What the heck?
Okay, so there was a storybook depiction in Rainbow Rocks, which the Sirens were causing trouble, Stars will arrive, and he thus banished them. That was it.
Yeah, but the idea, the whole point of those villain comic origins were supposed to be a clarity on how the villains came to be, but if they're now saying the Sirens' origin story is false, then does this mean Chrysalis and T-Rex and Samras are false too?
I don't think so. Just because one comic has been retconned doesn't mean the others are too.
Okay, we're getting slightly off topic here. That realization just hit me like hard.
And it was interesting to see how the Hollow shapes for the first time, and that, underground temple thing. That's like something out of the Mummy.
Ooh, you're right. Now that would have been, a way better use of that temple. Was have a bit of the from the Mummy movie. Do some little references there.
If the Pony of Shadows got more holes punched in it, then it would have looked. He would have looked very similar to
Imhotep, right?
Yes, before he regenerated.
So yeah, but then yes, and then there's the whole thing about the Tree of Harmony. I mean, wow. So okay, it's a tree made out of crystal. How the heck did they plant that thing?
Crystal seed, and then magic.
That brings up the interesting other question. Like, how did they even make that seed then? What the heck?
Imbue them with their true selves.
So
don't question these things.
This finale has so many questions. It's great that the pillars got together with the new Savers of Equestria, but at the same time, it just feels like there was not enough to go around. So let's hope that they're gonna explore this later. Hopefully, just hopefully.
I'd like to bring up the Journal of the Two Sisters. It said that Celestia and Luna and Stars will discover the tree. Look, taking the finale into account, I think Celestia and Luna saw the tree after Starswell planted the seed with the other pillars.
Well, that might be the possible explanation as to, yeah.
This, as I said before, but the story delivered a great moral for the pillars, especially with their pride. I mean, it was a great lesson for them. And Starswell got some nice character development there. I mean, once he was a prideful wizard bent on duty above all else.
Yeah, especially since he was really down on Twilight a lot. Wow, I mean, it was your classic, you meeting your hero, but then then they don't turn out as you thought they were.
Yeah, pedestal so high, then it comes toppling down somewhat.
Right. You tend to forget that the people that you view celebrities, heroes, I mean, you keep forgetting that they're just ordinary people like you. That they're gonna have their faults too.
That's especially what happened in Once Upon a Zeppelin.
So, I think that's about all we can say about the finale.
What about Garble's appearance?
Oh, yeah. That was... that slightly reminded me of my own fanfiction, the Dragon Selection. That was so... whoa.
So,
like I said, the first part of the finale, really awesome. The second part, it was not so good.
Pros and cons?
Well, I think we practically listed our pros and cons as it is. There's no need to list them again.
So I'll offer this little tidbit before I offer my rating. I will use the Pony of Shadows, and I'm going to give him some character development in the future fanfiction. And Starswell's also going to appear in the fanfiction after that. So here's my rating. 80 to 90% Wow, that's the first time I used a percentage. After almost 3 seasons of never using a percentage, I used a percentage. Albeit a percentage range.
I think I'll just stick to our regular scoring. I would say 8.5. About there.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.